it's me, 18 and Hitched, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 ways to make really inexpensive ramen. So to start off, I'm not talking about the ramen that comes in a little styrofoam cup that's only like halfway full. I'm talking about a cheaper pack that you can buy right there, and they come in like huge box. They're really inexpensive, so I'm going to be telling you about how to spice it up a little. So the first thing I want to talk about is how I make ramen that makes it come out so dang good. I don't know if you guys do it this way. You set water to boil, put the noodles in, drain a little bit of the water, and then put in the seasoning and let it kind of simmer for a little while until the noodles actually change color to about yellow with chicken. I haven't tried it with many others. The shrimp ones turn pink. Anyway, so here are the 5 ways to spice up the ramen. Method 1 is kind of a rip-off of the styrofoam version. You get peas from a can that are not as bad as the dehydrated ones, and you get fresh baby carrots. Boil the water, put in the ramen, you drain a little bit of the water, and then before you add the seasoning, the peas and the carrots to get a little bit softer, and then you put in the seasoning and you just kind of mix it all together, and it's that easy. Version number 2. This is one that my husband actually showed me. What he does is that he grabs the ramen, he makes it just as if he wasn't going to add anything, and then at the very last minute, right before he serves it, he stirs in some steak. There are also recipes for orange beef, and we tried one of those. It didn't come out well. Version 3. This one I also learned from my hubby. He does it. I think it's a little bit weird, but I tried it and it's actually really good. I've only tried it with the chicken flavor, but he swears that it's good with any flavor. What you have to do is that you have to grab fresh limes and you cut them in half and you squeeze them into the boiling water before you put in the noodles. Then you add the noodles, let them kind of simmer in the lime water thing. You pour out a little bit of the water, add the seasoning, and if you feel like you need more lime, you add it afterward. It usually gives it like a little bit of a tangy touch. Those of us who like lime and maybe chile, he's added chile to it before. He swears that it's the best thing. My number 4 version, my personal favorite, where you get chicken ramen and you get canned chicken, you get carrots. And so what you do is that you let the noodles kind of cook. You make them a little bit softer than you usually would. On a separate plate or, separate thing, you put together the carrots and the chicken. You add nature seasoning to the chicken. Little spice you can get at the Dollar Tree. Once the noodles are done cooking, you take out a little bit of the water, you add the chicken and the corn, and then you add the seasoning to the whole thing. And this makes a really easy and fast chicken noodle soup. I guess you'd kind of call it a chicken ramen soup, right? Version 5. This one is kind of a rip-off of the the second one I showed you guys about adding steak. This one, instead of just adding steak, you add steak and egg. It's kind of a breakfast thing, kind of cool, kind of tangy. Just make sure that the steak is pre-made. Usually you can use any type of steak, just as long as it's kind of seasoned, kind of tangy. For the eggs, you can have them over easy, over medium. You can have them sunny side up, scrambled even, whichever way that you want. That's your preference. Before I wrap up the video, I'm actually gonna add one more version to this. This is an egg and fried rice rip-off version. Get a pan, little bit of oil, add onion, peas, little baby carrot pieces. You just kind of let that all saute together. You let the oil get the flavoring of it. On a separate pan, you make kind of like an omelet, a flat scrambled egg. Then after you cut it up into little baby strips. And finally, you get the cooked ramen noodles, you add them into the sauteed vegetables, you mix it in there so that it gets the flavor. You can add a little bit of water, then you put in the seasoning. Again, you let it simmer, get the flavor of it. Add a little bit of soy sauce. Yeah, definitely be lenient with the soy sauce. And finally, you add in the little pieces of egg. This one's really good. I think my second favorite. Maybe it's my first. I haven't checked in a while. And like I said, this one is based off of the egg fried rice. Well guys, those are my 6 versions of how to make ramen. They're usually more or less expensive. I would say that the ones with the steak are more expensive, but if you get leftover steak from something, you can just toss it into your ramen. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you guys can subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely going to come out with a lot more college tips as far as studying, organizing, time management, even food, budgeting. Let me know if you guys have any requests for new videos. And please hit that like button, hit that share button. Let this video spread to all of us college students that are just trying to eat. I'm 18 and Hitched, and have a good one.